Have you ever woken up on a Monday morning and wondered, why am I not already retired? We all have at some point, but there comes a time when you need to take that question seriously. Deciding when to retire is one of the more important decisions that you're ever going to make. It's easy to think that working one more year will provide you that extra little bit of financial security that you need to retire, but the fact is none of us are getting any younger. Eventually, you're going to have to make that leap. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 6 critical questions you need to ask yourself to determine whether now is the right time to retire. Here's a little bit of a warning. If you say yes to all 6 of them, now might be the time to start enjoying your golden years. Question number 1, you need to ask yourself, are you deferring your life? And what I mean by that is, too many people fall into the trap of thinking, I'll work hard now and enjoy life later. Unfortunately, as we all really do know, life doesn't always wait for later. If you've been putting off travel, hobbies, or even just spending quality time with loved ones because you're waiting for retirement, it may be time to rethink that strategy. Fact is, life is happening now, and none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. If you spent years telling yourself that you'll start living once you retire, that right there may be the sign that says it's better to make that change sooner rather than later. After all, you've worked hard. Don't you deserve to start enjoying it? The second question to consider is your health suffering? Long hours, high stress, and the physical demands of work can take a serious toll on your health. Maybe you're noticing that you're more tired than you used to be, or that old injuries are flaring up more often, or perhaps stress is starting to impact your sleep, blood pressure, and mental well-being. Retirement offers you the opportunity to focus on your health, whether that means getting more exercise, improving your diet, or simply reducing stress. If work is starting to impact your health, it might be time to start considering stepping back and giving yourself the chance to live a healthier and more well-balanced life. Question number 3, is it even possible to work less? Some companies offer part-time roles or phased retirement options, but these are rare. If your job demands long hours and doesn't allow for any flexibility, that can be exhausting, especially as you get older. Ask yourself, is there a way to scale back at work? Could you reduce your hours, switch to a less demanding role, or even take on a part-time job somewhere else? If none of these options are available to you and you're feeling burned out, it might be the time to consider retirement. Your time and energy are valuable, and it's important that you spend them in a way that makes you happy. Question number 4, do you wish you had more time for family? Time is one of the most precious things we have, and we can never get it back once it's gone. If you've been missing out on important family moments, or if you feel you're not spending enough time with the people that matter most to you, there's no question that that's a sign that work is taking up too much of your life. Retirement gives you the freedom to be there for those most important moments. Whether it's attending your grandchild's soccer game, spending quality time with your spouse, or reconnecting with old friends, having more time to dedicate to your loved ones can be quite fulfilling. If you're finding that work is pulling you away from those that matter the most, it might be time to think about stepping back. And while we're talking about stepping back, if you've been thinking potentially about selling your home, potentially relocating, or downsizing, or you simply have questions about your home, the value, maybe the do's and the don'ts to getting it ready when the time's right, the good news is I have a referral network of some of the top agents throughout the country that I can help get in touch with you if you'd like a referral to one of the top agents in your area to answer all these important questions when you're getting ready to retire. Then simply fill out the referral form in the description below and make sure to include your phone number, because I'd like to call you, not to stalk, not to harass, but just to talk to you a little bit about what your plans are, things like that, so that hopefully we can make a really good connection to the right person in your area. We're continue to move forward. Now we're at question number 5, and the question is, do you have any idea what you're going to do after you retire? Retirement sounds great in theory, but the reality can be very different if you don't have a plan. What I find with many people is they retire and they don't know what to do with all their free time. This lack of direction can lead to boredom, loneliness, and even depression. This is why it's so important to have a plan. Think about how you want to spend your time, whether it's traveling, starting a new hobby, volunteering, or even spending more time with family. There's no question, if you have a clear vision of how you're going to spend your retirement, it's much more likely that you're going to enjoy it. But if you're unsure, it's definitely worth taking some time figuring it out before you make any major decisions. Question number 6, and the granddaddy of them all, can you afford to retire? This is where you need to get serious about the numbers. Retirement is expensive, and you need to make sure you have enough saved to support the lifestyle you want. This means looking at your savings, investments, and your Social Security benefits and any other income that you have coming in. You definitely do not want to leave this to guesswork. Whether you work with a financial planner or you do the calculations yourself, it's essential to ensure that your finances are in order before you retire. The last thing you want is to retire and find out that you do not have enough money to live comfortably. So before you make any decisions, make sure the math adds up. So how did you score on the 6 questions? If you'd like to discuss your thoughts of retirement, maybe downsizing or relocating a little bit more in detail, one-on-one, let's chat. You can do this by clicking the Calendly link below, and let's set up a time to get on a Zoom. We can go over your questions, explore your options, and make sure you're on the right track for a secure and enjoyable retirement. If you've answered yes to these 6 questions, it may be the time to take the leap and retire. But remember, retirement is a big decision, and it's essential to make sure that you're ready both financially and emotionally. Hey, thanks once again for checking out this week's video. If you'd like to check out the video on the best retirement states, you may want to check out this video right here. Thanks once again for watching. See you next week.